lives that are spiritually fulfilled, lives that are less materialistic, lives that are value added, and lives that are financially independent. I'm your host, Sil, and today I want us to talk about a very critical topic which a lot of people ignore but are actually adversely affected by. Today's topic is signs that you're suffering from low self-esteem. Did you know that there's something called low self-esteem and that you might be suffering from it? Having low self-esteem can be extremely damaging to one's ambitions for success and for a better life. However, most people are negatively impacted by this bug unbeknownst to them. Tonight, I'm going to give you some telltale signs that you are having self-worth issues so that you can begin to address them immediately and regain your self-confidence. What is low self-esteem? You all know I'm very big on definitions, so let's just dive into this one. This is when you lack confidence and feel bad about yourself and your own worth. Self-esteem encompasses beliefs about oneself as well as emotional states such as triumph, despair, pride, and shame. This topic, you would wonder why it is important to gaining financial independence. This is because people suffering from low self-esteem find it hard to go out of their comfort zones. To build wealth, to become successful, you have to be able to build connections, contacts, human networks with people. You have to be able to take risks. You have to be able to apply for promotions. If you're shy, how do you apply for that promotion? You have to be able to take charge of your own life, and you have to be able to recognize what your abilities are and push to reach your full potential. Now, there's I don't know if you've heard about the vicious cycle of low self-esteem, but it goes from negative thoughts, and then you start to have high anxiety and poor performance, and then you start to fail, and then you start to blame yourself. Oh, it's because of me that this happened. You first start by conceiving these thoughts in your mind, which can really just make you very anxious and affect your ability to be at your best performance. Now let me just tell you the signs, that you're suffering from low self-esteem. Perhaps you did not know. The first thing is you're embarrassed about your physical appearance. That's lack of self-love. It's the same as little self-esteem. I came across a research from Campaign for Real Beauty that suggested that only 2% of women feel comfortable describing themselves as beautiful. Oh my God. That was mind-blowing. It means 98% of women don't see themselves as beautiful. That's a low self-esteem issue. A common human weakness is feeling bad about one or two physical attributes that one has. You probably find it hard accepting your height. I'm too short, I'm too tall. Your skin color, I'm too dark, I'm too white. Your hair type, I've got type 4C, I need to have straight hair. Your breast size, my breasts are too small, I need them bigger. Your butt size, my butt are too flat, I need them longer, I need them sharper. Whatever the sizes are, I don't know. For short, condemning parts of your physical body and wishing you look different or like someone else is definitely a sign that you are suffering from low self-esteem issues. Statistics from the World Health Organization revealed that 75% of Black women in Africa apply bleaching cream on their skin despite the health hazards of such actions. This is definitely as a result of low self-esteem. How can you achieve financial independence if you have money and you spend that money buying creams and buying all sorts of beauty products to enhance your physical appearance, but you're not really thinking about your pocket? that's why this whole self-esteem issue is critical to our journey to financial independence. The second thing, or the second red flag that you have a low self-esteem issue, is you always seeking approval from other people. I don't know about you, but I was a victim of that. Many years back, I always felt like I needed external validation, seeking other people's approval of literally everything and anything I did. I asked someone else to second my opinion, really. I was suffering from a low self-esteem at this point in time in my life, and it was just not sexy. When one is not confident enough that the decision they've taken or about to take is the right one, there's an issue of self-confidence here, guys. Like, you have to be able to trust the decisions that you've made and that they're the right thing, or you don't have to run your decisions by someone before you make them, like I used to previously. Perhaps you feel depressed with the new trend on social media and everything, that you don't get enough hearts on your photos or likes on your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever, or on your TikTok. You don't get enough followers. You start feeling depressed because you feel like people have to approve of what you're doing. That's a low self-esteem issue. If you love what you're doing, that's enough. You don't need other people to validate or to approve your feelings, or to choose the outfits that you wear, or the men that you date, or the jobs that you pick. You have to be aware that if you have these tendencies, then you're definitely suffering from a low self-esteem issue. The third point is being shy and withdrawn. Low self-esteem is something that can really affect your ability to go out and just be yourself. You tend to maintain a shadow appearance, like you're always behind other people, you're always at the back of the class, you're always at the back of the board meeting or the staff meeting, you're always at the back of gatherings. You don't want people to see you, you don't want your voice to be heard. And I'm sure that at least you knew one person from school or in your class who never wanted to raise their hand to answer questions. They probably were terrified of saying the wrong thing and being laughed at. We all know how that goes, don't we? Some people are purely antisocial and would rather stay on their own for fear of not fitting in, not being cool enough, you know what I'm saying, or just not being worthy to be counted amongst the people who are supposed to, in their opinion, be counted. These are all signs of low self-esteem. If you have this kind of behavior, first off, you will not get a promotion because no one sees you. If you're not putting yourself out there for your boss to see you, if you're not taking initiative, if you're not asking like a child or being as curious as a child and being childish enough to open your mind to learning because you're being shy and withdrawn, how do you gain financial independence? How do you even go out and meet people? It's very important for you to not be shy. You have to be able to go out and be yourself and be able to talk, have a voice and be heard, because that's how you're going to get discovered. That's how you're going to get a promotion. That's how you're going to be able to do your network marketing and whatever it is that you're passionate about. You need to interact with people. The fourth point is avoiding eye contact. Low confidence levels are, visible in people who don't like to make eye contact. I don't know about you, but there are some people when they're talking to you, they just put their head down. How do you even have a conversation with someone and keep your head down? Your handshake is very timid. Come on. I don't know if you've ever heard of the handshake that establishes a connection. This is when you shake a person's hand and look them straight in the eye. It's very important in the business world that when you shake someone's hand, you look them straight in the eye. Maybe this is one of the things that has been affecting your ability to make progress, to gain business, to gain trust. People who are usually putting their head down are people who have things to hide. Sometimes maybe they're suffering from low self-esteem, but people who don't want you to look into their eyes often have something to hide. You don't want to be put in that bracket if you're simply just, if you're innocent or you're just being shy. So please work on that. If you didn't know that it was something bad, not looking at people's eyes when you shake their hand or when you talk to them, it can be regarded as being afraid, being impolite, being disrespectful, which is not good for your financial independence, is it? Because you need to get money, you need to be able to relate to people in a fantastic way. The people have got the money that you need, so you have to go out and build a relationship with them to get that money. So you want to work on your handshake that establishes a connection. I like that handshake. Point number 5 is hesitance in words or actions. Now, there's some people who struggle with articulating their thoughts, and they often have an issue of coming across as incorrect or being critiqued. You're not perfect. Every day is a day to learn. Life is a learning curve. You cannot say that you've reached the summit. So being hesitant in your words because you feel that you might say the wrong thing is being stupid forever. Because if you say the wrong thing and you're corrected, then you know the right thing and you're going to repeat the right thing with the next person that you get to encounter. So not being able to express yourself is not good. It's a self-esteem issue. I don't know about you, but have you ever been in a situation where a friend or a co-worker or even your employer was going against your own principles and your own values, and you just let them do it? Just let them get away with it. You didn't draw the line. You didn't put them in their place. You just let them disrespect you. This is a sign of low self-esteem. It can also be your partner or your sister or your brother who crosses the line, and you just let them do it. You don't take any actions and you don't say anything. You have a low self-esteem issue. If you value yourself enough, you will not allow people to break your own values, to go against your own principles, and you just sit back and be okay with it. So you want to be able to draw the line so that you can be able to just do the things that you want to do so that you can achieve your own financial independence. Point number 6 is not being opinionated. Now, this is a tricky one. Individuals who agree to absolutely everything everyone says, so everyone else's school of thought is their school of thought, without even giving their own view to the situation, or without even examining if this is actually in alignment with their own goals, their own priorities. You're suffering from a low self-esteem issue. You can't say yes to everything. At least say no. I went to school and I talked to my toddler's teacher, and she was saying to me, "Oh, Kudi has become so opinionated." I was like, "Oh, really?" And she was like, "Yeah. When he first joined the nursery, he was like, yes. But now, his self-esteem issue is just out of this world." And his teacher is like, he says no to this one and yes to this one. No, I'm not going to do this one. Yes, I want to do this one. You should have that self-esteem that Kuden has. You should be able to say, "You know what? I'm not going to do this one." I remember someone telling me that it was impossible for me to get 10 A's for my MBA program for reasons known to them. I wasn't really listening to those reasons they were giving because they were in complete misalignment with my objectives. So instead of saying to them, "Well, perhaps you're right," I said to them, I looked straight into their eye and I said to them, "Nothing is impossible when you want it strong enough." And then I provided them with my own reasons. I gave them my own opinion of the situation. and why I thought that it is absolutely possible for me to achieve these goals that I have set for myself. You want to be like that. If someone says to you, your business will not succeed, you want to have an opinion to say, you know what, it will because of so, and so. It's very important towards your financial independence journey. The last but not the least point is panicking or being fearful when things go differently. Now, we all have a tendency to be afraid. But instead of sitting back, crying a river, throwing tantrums, going into hiding and becoming pessimistic, why don't you just go out and face the situation heads on, Because running away from a fight is living to fight another day. If your business is facing an issue, you want to face that issue and sort it out once and for all. It's either for the best or for the worst. Whatever it is, it's going to be there as long as it's not addressed. So being fearful and panicking about situations is a lack of self-confidence. It's a lack of self-esteem. Like, I can't deal with this. You can deal with anything. You can absolutely deal with anything. When you're faced with adversity, you can ask. You can ask for advice. You can take a step back. You can withdraw from the situation completely, but you have to deal with it. Not dealing with it is just delaying to deal with it. It's not like it's going to go away if you leave it there. It's like if your dog poops in your bed and you go, oh my God, my dog has pooped in my bed. And you walk away panicking, upset and all that. Then what's going to happen to the poop in your bed? It's going to be there waiting for you until you come back, throw the bed away, take the poop out, wash your sheet, whatever you choose to do, do something. Face the situation. Yeah, stay away from trouble, but you have to take risks in life to be able to discover yourself and your capabilities and reach your full potential. They say that risk equals reward. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. Instead of panicking when things don't go your way because your risk threshold was high, why don't you, seek, help? Just seek help, or just take a step back and reevaluate everything you've done and how you could have done it differently. But panicking and crying and all that will not help you towards your financial independence. I have come to the end of today's episode. I hope you really liked it. I wanted to keep it short and easy to read. You can go on and read the article itself and see some lovely infographics that really demonstrate what I've just said on www.youngandindependent.com, and the title of the article is Suffering from Low Self-esteem. You can search that. If you liked it, please share it with a friend who may be suffering from this so that they can understand that this is the issue that has been holding them back and they can make arrangements to regain their self-confidence. You can also find tips on how to regain your self-confidence on the same website. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and do have a lovely evening. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Young and Independent, to our Facebook community, Young and Independent Community, to our Instagram, Young and Independent 35, and our Twitter, Young and Independent. Bye.